King Ryan Garcia, you already know what it is. He was all eyes watching the Gervonta Tank Davis bout against Hector Luis Garcia. It was a spectacular occasion at the Capitol, one arena out there in D.C. All the stars came out to the DMV. It was a movie. You already know what it is. Listen, King Ryan Garcia had, some words there, while he was eyeballing the fight. He stated many claims that we're going to get into. Bottom line is these two are looking to lock horns, this April. It's going to be a star-studded occasion in Las Vegas. Everybody is buckled up and ready to go. King Ryan not only was watching it, but he was also taking it to his Twitter all night long, stating many claims on, what Hector Luis Garcia was doing in the ring, giving his honest critiques. Number one, on Twitter, he said Gervonta is looking for that straight left over Hector's head, over Hector's lead hand. If he gets lazy, that will be trouble for him. Also he tweeted right after, literally like seconds after the bout was over, he stated, "Goodbye, Tank, it's over for you." So I don't know if that was supposed to be a threat or what, but I do know that this battle is going to be very competitive. Even Tank's camp, that they're ready for the Ryan Garcia bout. They know this is a formidable opponent, that they're going up against. That's why he had a tune-up fight against Hector Luis Garcia. Ryan Garcia obviously elected not to go that route. This guy, Gervonta Tank Davis, like I said, both of these guys are undefeated. Gervonta, with a record, an improved record, 28-0, 26 wins by the way of knockout. What he did to Hector Luis Garcia, in the 8th round, he hit him so hard with that left. And like I said, similar to what happened when he had stated with the situation with Rolando Rolly Romero, when he was like, I didn't even hit him that hard. I didn't even feel like Tank hit this guy that hard enough to just make his equilibrium just get disoriented. Hector Luis Garcia was truly lost after that shot. He said he didn't know where he was. He lost vision, so it was a lot of problems that arose after he took that shot by Gervonta Tank Davis in the 8th round. A lot of people was on Tank, because maybe they felt like he was playing possum, but a lot of people say that's classic Gervonta Tank Davis, how he kind of reels in the opponent to make him feel comfortable, and then, hit him with that, hard left. Usually puts people out like we've seen before on numerous occasions, but it's so crazy because Gervonta Tank Davis, after the fight was over, he has stated that the fight is not quite 100% complete on Ryan's end, even though, like I said, they posted this, I believe, in November. Both of them, both camps, posted that this fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm not sure if what Tank was saying. We have to get like I said, we have to clarify, but Tank said it's not quite finished yet, so hopefully we get in the comment section. Let's get to the bottom of all of this, so because we all expecting, a big time showdown between these two, come this April. I believe it's going to shut the sporting world down. All eyes will be descended, on the MGM Grand, and they couldn't have picked a better location, for this, and look out for a lot of top young fighters coming out of Golden Boy. One of them, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Prospect of the year, wouldn't be surprised at all if Floyd Kid Austin Schofield was on this card. Golden Boy knows what they have in him. But the Southpaw and Gervonta and the Southpaw and Hector Luis Garcia, in this comment section, y'all can let me know, did that fight live up to the hype? A lot of people, probably felt like, it wasn't what they all thought it was going to be, even though it did end up in a knockout, with Tank, just like, it just happened so suddenly. And, it was just so much craziness. Gervonta just got to make sure he stay focused. That's another thing. And I think both fighters got to just remain focused in the ring. In this bout, both between Garcia and Davis, Ryan Garcia, somebody's definitely getting knocked out. I think we're going to see it. There's no way in in God's goodness that this fight's going the distance with this power that's on the table between these two. This guy Ryan Garcia, the speed, the accuracy, Tank as well. One orthodox, one left. Ryan Garcia undefeated, 23-0, no losses, no draws, 19 violent wins by the way of knockout. This dude right here is the truth, 24 years of age. And you heard Gervonta Tank Davis, and because Gervonta is 28, he stated along with Coach Calvin Ford, him trying to continue to keep his body in order, to make sure, because he got the young fighters coming up, in the Shakur Stevensons of the world, the Floyd Kid Austin Schofields, the rest goes on, the Haneys, all of the young people, that Tank is just going to have to continue to stand pat with, but I think we on the cusp of starting to get the fights that some of the people are wanting. I think this Tank fight versus Ryan Garcia, I think this signifying a little bit more than just these two. I think we finally about to start to see a new trend in boxing. I think the voices and the masses have heard, many boxing fans' complaints, and the pain and the sorrow of, waiting, not getting the fights we wanted, and whenever we do get them, is a Mayweather versus Pacquiao situation. Is a situation where it's not where it should have been at the juncture where it should have been, and that's the last thing we want, especially with these prime fighters, fighting at such elite high levels. It's time for everybody to lock horns, especially if you're undefeated. It's time to put these, records on the line. There's many factors on why this and why that is not taking place, but it is what it is. But nonetheless, man, Ryan Garcia also has stated, that in that fight that Hector Garcia didn't have the power, that Ryan would have, to keep Tank off of him. So he felt like Tank was getting very comfortable. That's what Ryan Garcia critiques were. So definitely Ryan was game planning his team the whole night. It looked like it was almost like a real zone. They was in the zone in there, just looking and scouting and making sure everything is in order between these two, because there's a lot on the line, and we got to give these fighters major credit. We got to give all fighters credit, but hopefully, I believe after this fight is over, we will see something new, and I think boxing is about to be, elevated. If it hasn't been already, is about to go back to where it need to be in the sports world. It's Flight Sports TV. Everybody hit that like button, and most definitely hit that subscribe button. You already know what it is.